What is a chronic illness? Chronic illness isn't the name of just one illness. It is a word used to describe a group of health conditions that has a prolonged course, does not resolve spontaneously, and rarely is completely cured. Most chronic illnesses are not contagious, but can be genetic. In summary, chronic illness is a problem or condition that may limit what a person can do and that doesn't always go away. A person with chronic illness is much like a rose. The rose is a beautiful, delicate, and fragrant flower. Just by looking at the rose, it is hard to tell that it is not a normal flower. So if you just look, but don't hold it, you may never know it has thorns. It looks like a perfectly normal flower. Sort of like people who have chronic pain. People suffering from chronic pain look perfectly normal to the eye, but they have their own thorns. These thorns tend to keep us away from them. Are these thorns keeping you away? Today, millions of Americans live with chronic illnesses, yet our healthcare system does not meet their needs. Think you're immune to the problem? Count on this. Your life will one day be affected by someone with a chronic illness. It may well be you who gets sick. Some quick facts about chronic illness. 26% of adults have provided care for a family member or friend during the past year. 125 Americans suffer with chronic illness. By 2020, the number of Americans with chronic illness will rise to 157 million. Some 60 million Americans live with multiple chronic conditions. 89% of Americans with chronic illnesses say it is difficult to get adequate medical coverage for chronic conditions. Chronic conditions account for 3 out of every $4 spent on medical care in the United States. Medical costs from chronic illness are expected to hit $1 trillion by the year 2020.
To the sick, we have a chronically ill support group that meets. We have private consultations where I meet with them and we talk about how they can be used here at the center or in the community.
Chronically Ill Support Group began because those who are homebound or those who do not have that type of support would like to go somewhere where they can meet other people. We needed to find a place where it was wheelchair accessible, so we do meet in a hospital. It's amazing how inspired these people can be. The chronically ill meet to give support to one another. They don't just take time to talk about their illness, but they talk about life.
Really funny. They have a lot of good stories to share.
There's a lot of life review going on.
Preparing for a study calling Healing is a Choice, an inspirational study that I think will help the chronically ill.
The main thing is when we come together, I meet their needs. So if they would like an inspirational study, we do that.
Would like to talk to each other. Just share how it is to be ill, to deal with pain, back pain, or to have MS or Crohn's disease, and just share that. We do that.
It's just another opportunity for people to come together and feel valued. And that even though they may be sick, there's still value. And God doesn't look at just healthy people, but He also looks at those that are suffering in our communities, and He sees that He can use them as well. They are very normal, and God cares for them and values them. They can again go back into life, and they can do perhaps some maybe new things with their life, and they will see that their illness has not destroyed them.
I have been chronically ill for many years. Most chronic illness is invisible. I recently read there are over 43 million people in the United States who do have and live with invisible chronic illness. And unless someone is there, they cannot understand where it's a blessing to be with the group and with Liz. It's a positive experience because we may get sympathy on the outside, but we can have empathy with each other, be of help and service in some way, because we're not absolutely useless. We're able to do something and use what works. So I'm still in the process of trying to find out what more I could do to help the ministry out, and I'll find it.
Spiritual Care Support Ministry can help if you are suffering from chronic or terminal illness. Please visit our website, www.scsm.tv, or call 540-349-5814 for more information.